Good evening, everyone, and welcome here for Chicagoland for round 17 of the Sony Cup Series schedule for the 2019 season. Dylan Young comes into this race. He has the pole for today's race alongside Ryan Griffin, both drivers contending for the 2019 Series Championship. However, there are some drivers that have struggled recently. Jordan Davis, he qualified very poorly in this race as well, second in the title hunt. He lost the championship lead to Dejon Weeks. He will start 16th position, yet Motorsports have not looked like they've been on their game since the summer break. However, they are still relatively quick, as Young proved in qualifying, the only driver below 29 seconds in qualifying. There's some drivers that qualified so well that are not even in the championship bid. How about James Sorfox, a one-off attempt here for today's race, starting third. Nick Mace there in fourth. He's got a good car with Cody Lamas alongside of him. Mace Enterprises have shown some speed. However, Sean Harple was fastest in practice, but he had problems in qualifying. He'll start dead last. Bobby Jones is up here in 7th position as well. Dylan Schwellenberg, Jeffrey Fengai, Jake Bassinger making up the top 10. Jordan Fisher is up there in 11th position. How about Alex Bianco? First start all year. He practiced in the top 15. He'll qualify right up there in the top 15. How will Bianco do in his return for this season? Driving for Curtis Racing. All that is going to be answered in a couple laps time. Getting set and ready to go racing for round 17. The season is closing down. The championship contenders on the front row of Dylan Young and Ryan Griffin. They're trying to stay in the title mix. They need to make up some ground on this man, Dejon Weeks in the 38 car. He is the new point leader. A little further behind, his teammate Jordan Davis has struggled in the one car. There he is. He dropped down to second in the title hunt. Ryan Acosta in the 45 car. He has struggled as well. Acosta needs a good run here. He's struggled this race weekend. But up front, there are some drivers that are looking for a good run for tonight's race. How about PJ Williams in the 0 car? That team has struggled since the summer break, starting 6th tonight. Dylan Young, though, this is his home race. What a run it would be for him. Great run in qualifying. How's it going to fare in the race? Green flag is out. We're racing at Chicagoland. Young gets a good jump on the field. James Sorfox trying to move up into second position alongside of Griffin. Chicagoland's got a new surface. The track looks a whole lot different than what we're used to. Griffin around the outside. Look at this move by Ryan Griffin trying to take second back. Whoa, Bobby Jones and Cody Lamas making contact. 3 wide through the tri-oval. And Bobby Jones trying to work his way up to third place. There's Jeffrey Fengai to the bottom. And Sorfox is into the wall. James Sorfox bouncing off the wall in the 91 car. Nick Mace is there. Contact. Mace sideways. What a save by Nick Mace. It all started ahead when James Sorfox bounced off the wall. Nick Mace trying to avoid Sorfox, bounced off of Jake Bassinger. And what a save from Nick Mace. On board PJ Williams. Whoa, man. That was an incredible job. And Ryan Acosta took advantage of that and moved his way up the order. PJ Williams has also bounced off the wall. He has lost a handful of positions. Many drivers trying to avoid Williams. Williams has a lot of damage to his right side. And drivers are just bottling up from behind him. Jordan Davis has had a very miserable start for his one team. He is continuing to struggle back-to-back weekends. Back at Barber and here at Chicagoland, trying to dig on the inside. Harple, who started out back, also trying to charge his way up. As for the leaders, Dylan Young has got away so far. He is ahead of Ryan Griffin. That is the race for the lead. Jeffrey Fengai to the inside of Bobby Jones. Jones, who hasn't really shown as much speed recently, he's got the speed back in the 98 car. They've found something here at Chicagoland. Holds off Jeffrey Fengai there, moving his way up the order. Jordan Fisher's looked pretty quick here, too, in the number 2 car. He's up to 6th place. Still a Schwellenberg to the inside of Cody Lamas. Jake Bassinger's there, too, with Matthew Rodriguez and his teammate Eric DeMax right there with Ryan Acosta. They have looked very quick recently. And how about Jack Halleck, who has made a whole lot of gains right there over the start of the race. And Halleck is up to 13th. Cody Lamas looking for a move around Jake Bassinger. He's going to the outside here, trying to get a run on him. A little further ahead, Dylan Young's under fire, but Lamas around the outside. What a move. Chicagoland with this new repave has allowed these drivers to search all around the racetrack, and Lamas moving his way up 3 wide here and further ahead. Bobby Jones is going after Ryan Griffin for second, but 3 wide for 4th place. Schwellenberg, Fisher, and Fenguy racing 3 wide for the 4th position. And looks like maybe Fenguy gonna hang it around the outside. He's got to be careful not to hit the wall. Right there around the outside's got a good groove, and he keeps that position. He's gonna give a good run here for the 43 and keeps Bobby Jones off. Jones is back down to 4th again, and Fenguy looking for a run on Ryan Griffin. Now they're racing 3 wide again with Lamas getting racy again with Bassinger. Schwellenberg getting past here a little bit. Ryan Acosta and Matthew Rodriguez have joined the battle. 3 wide further back. This is for 11th position. Eric Tamax is a little bit under fire from Charles Sanford, last week's winner. Kyle Collins is there too. Jack Hallett continuing to have such a good run. Davis, what a charge he has been on. Didn't even realize him in unique colors there for the 1 car. Not used to seeing this scheme a whole lot, but Davis is up in the top 15. He's trying to work his way back up the order, trying to get the championship lead back, but he needs to get up there into the top 10. Ryan Griffin is up there and in prime position to take it away. Dylan Young having a great run in the title mix. Jones is going in for Fenguy again. Bobby Jones has such a good car. Same with Jordan Fisher. Looks as though they could be a winning race car for this afternoon. It's great to see Jordan Fisher up here. Not a top 10 since 2017's Cleveland round, and he's looking to get it for this race here and possibly a chance to win the afternoon. Bobby Jones riding the high side. Look at Cody Lamas again, trying the same move around Bassinger. He's going to get it back again, and Bobby Jones does get 3rd. He's cleared Fenguy. However, Dejon Weeks is getting raced hard by Charlie Smith and Nick Mays, but Weeks, he has struggled this afternoon. He didn't qualify that well, but he practiced pretty decent. I thought Weeks would be a little bit better than what he is for this afternoon, but he definitely hasn't been. He's in 21st. Up ahead of him, Alex Bianco, his first race for the Cup Series in 2019. And Bianco's having a terrific race weekend. He's been in the top 20 and everything so far, and he's trying to race hard with Dejon Weeks to hang on to this position. Some drivers deep in the pack aren't really having the best afternoons. Zachary Fitzwater is down in like 35th, and his teammates got all the speed tonight. Up ahead, Caleb Hoffman not having a good run. Relatively teammates here. Alex Bianco running way better than the champion teammate of DJ Curtis. He's bogged down behind John Art. Art's not having the best night either. Sean Harple, his teammates are up there in the top 10. However, he practiced really well, but he cannot work his way through traffic. Will Lewis, 7th in the championship mix. Gonna lose a lot of ground here if he can't make up some time in the race. Jordan Fisher just worked his way around Jeffrey Fenguy. He's up to 4th place. Fenguy down to 5th. A little further back, Jake Bassinger has pounded the wall, and he lost out on a ton of time. Caution flag is out, and Dylan Young takes us to the yellow. Caution is out, and it looks as though it was with John Art. He was racing for the 30th position. It looked like he had a problem, and Zachary Fitzwater ran in the back of him, and out of the running goes Fitzwater and John Art. Everyone is coming down pit road, so possibly going to see a 2-stop race at this point. We only expected 1 pit stop, but it's probably going to end up being 2 stops now with Dylan Young on pit road. Dylan Young comfortably leads off pit road, but Bobby Jones leapfrogs Ryan Griffin. Same thing with Fenguy and Fisher. They get ahead of the 43. Looks like Charles Sanford had a run-in on pit road. As we come back to the restart, we'll have about 80 laps to go. We're 20 laps in. Dylan Young, he considers this his home race. He really wanted to do well. He is doing well tonight. The pole sitter has led every lap so far. Bobby Jones for Hero Motorsports. They have kind of slacked. How about John Art there, lap car, trying to make his way back up the front. Nearly ran into somebody. But Bobby Jones and Hero Motorsports, along with Fisher Motorsports, with the 2 car of Jordan Fisher, 2nd and 3rd. They look really quick for tonight. They look like they could win this race and try and upset these title contenders of Young, Griffin, and Fenguy. How about Ryan Acosta there in the 45 car? Acosta has came from 10th on this restart, he's looking like he's going to get 5th place. How about this restart from Ryan Acosta moving his way up the order, and Bobby Jones up in the wall. Bobby Jones has pounded the wall and loses a ton of time, and that's probably going to hurt the aerodynamics of that 98 car. Jordan Fisher side by side with Jeffrey Fenguy. But Fenguy looks like he's got a better race car, going to try and hang it around the outside, and looks like he's going to keep 2nd place there. But Jones continues to get swallowed up by his competitors. Problems for Will Lewis, the caution flag is out, and his championship bid continues to fail and fall down the order. And Lewis has been in the wall. Let's see here. Looks as though maybe Smith. Yeah, Smith bounces off the wall. PJ Williams, Luis Hernandez was there. And up into Will Lewis. Nowhere for him to go. He was down the order some. And he gets spun around. Cars that have bounced off the wall. Charles Sanford and Bobby Jones, they are coming in along with the cars that were involved in this caution flag. Let's give this a go one more time. Dylan Young gonna bring us back to the green again. Fenguy's there in 2nd, Acosta in 3rd, Fisher 4th, Griffin in 5th. I can't say enough about how impressive it is for Jordan Fisher to be having this good of a night. He hasn't had this good of a race in so many years now. It's been a long time. But Kyle Collins is in the top 10, but how about Eric DeMax trying to get the inside there? Matthew Rodriguez is looking pretty racy as well in the restart, but up ahead, Fenguy all over the back end of Dylan Young. The top 4 actually, have not won a race this season. Fenguy sticks his nose underneath of the 88. And what a start for Jeffrey Fenguy. He's going to be the first driver to take the lead all race, and he leads for the first time this afternoon, lap 30. Dejon Weeks is in a hornet's nest. He's almost 4 wide with TJ Martin there. He's getting a good restart, though, moving his way up the order. Dejon Weeks moving his way past all the slower cars of John Hart there, and Weeks is now in the top 10. Race for 2nd place, side by side, Ryan Acosta and Dylan Young. Young, I don't know if those adjustments really helped Young when they made that pit stop, but it seems as though the Dodges look a little quicker here on the jump. And Acosta's up to 2nd place, and Griffin going after Matthew Rodriguez. That is for 5th place. They continue to race so hard with each other further back. Jordan Davis with a 4-wide move. What a pass here. Jordan Davis going for 13th. Trying to get around Jesse Turner and Jake Bassinger. Davis, who was in the mix of the championship fight as well, needs a good afternoon. He is losing ground to Dejon Weeks as it runs. And Acosta has ran down Jeffrey Fenguy, and he's looking to try and take the lead. Fenguy, the top 4, actually top 5 right now in the running order, have yet to win a race this season. It looks like a golden opportunity for these drivers. They all look so quick. And Acosta side by side. It's been a long time coming for Acosta. It's been a long time coming for some of these drivers. Jordan Fisher actually up here never won a Sony Cup Series race, but side by side, Acosta and Fenguy for the lead. It's been since 2017 at Daytona for Acosta. His last time he's been in victory lane. He's been overshadowed by Ryan Griffin in this season, but he is also in the mix of a championship. His teammate has been the best car of the brigade so far, but Fenguy, relatively teammates of them. But Fenguy Saitome has been standing on their toes that they're a standalone team, even though they worked really closely. And Fenguy not wanting to give it up, side by side still, but Acosta gonna edge out in front. And Matthew Rodriguez continue to race hard with Ryan Griffin, but further behind them, Dejon Weeks underneath of Eric DeMax, and he's gonna take 7th away. Another challenge, Jordan Fisher to the inside of Dylan Young. Young has not looked so quick on this run. He is struggling with his race car, it seems, a little bit. Fisher could not get the straightaway power to pass that 88, though. Toyota has really gotten better over the break. They have stepped up a whole lot. Eric DeMax winning at Texas was a big motivation for the whole Toyota squad. Matthew Rodriguez right up here in the mix of this in the top 5, trying to hold off one of the best drivers so far this season, Ryan Griffin, with 5 wins. Griffin looking each way he can. Turner Performance has stepped up their game as well. They've been getting better every so slowly this season. TJ Martin will not return for next year. He's to the inside of Eric DeMax, and DeMax looks like he's losing a little bit of grip, but look at DeMax power back on the I-side. That I-side's where you want to be. Turner performance there with Martin, Bassinger, and Turner right here in 9th, 10th, and 11th. And Bassinger drives it in deep. Dylan Schwellenberg's there too. And Jordan Davis trying to get in the middle of this battle. They're nearly 3 wide with the Turner cars. They're finally going to be able to make do with Dylan Young, I think at least, in the slide job. Jordan Fisher going up in front of Dylan Young. And man, I can't say enough. I am so impressed with Jordan Fisher. But a crossover by Dylan Young to the inside. Young trying to get it back. Rodriguez struggling with handling just a little bit. Here comes Ryan Griffin to the inside of him. Dejon Weeks is running these guys down. But Acosta trying to pull the gap on Jeffrey Finguy. Trouble down the back straightaway. Chris Dodd has been spun around by Charles Sanford. And he's going to get back going again, but I don't think a caution flag is out. Chris Dodd is back and underway. We caught the tail end of it, but it looked like Dodd was very tight, and Sanford ran him over and spun him out down the back straightaway. It's going to be very questionable about what the move was with Sanford. I think he just was not expecting Dodd to be that slow up the corner. They just made slight contact. Ryan Griffin has made his way past. Matthew Rodriguez looks as though he's going to make his way around. Dylan Young as well. Dejon Weeks has entered the frame here. And looks like Griffin will get him, but Young wanting to fight back off the corner. Young just does not seem like he's got as good of a car as he once did earlier in the race, but he holds off the challenges for now. Bobby Jones' race has went from bad to worse as he is out of the running. Bobby Jones was racing with Hayden Klein and DJ Curtis. Let's see what happened here. Oh, Curtis put him in the wall. Turned in and hooked him in the corner panel, and Curtis looks like he's going to go out of the race too. And the GoPro Ford is going out of the race. And now we expect our drivers to make their final pit stops of the night. And it's going to be crucial how they get on and off pit road. Side by side on the pits, but it looks like Acosta may edge out. Jeffrey Finguy, no! Finguy edges out! Acosta in the pit stops. And the Finguy Saitomi Motorsports crew gets the team out, gets Finguy out before Acosta. Jeffrey Finguy's team got him clean air, and now he'll dictate the start of this one. Green flag is back in the air. We're halfway in the race. Jordan Fisher had such a good stop, but who made the adjustments that could make them a winning race car for this afternoon's race? Dylan Young to the inside of Jordan Fisher. What a move for him to get up to third. Jordan Fisher really didn't get going on the start of that one. John Art is going to play a factor in the start for some drivers. Jesse Turner, Dejon Weeks to the inside of him. Griffin trying to get underneath of Young and Fisher. Trying to make up 2 spots here, but can't do it with Dylan Young. But Jeffrey Finguy beat out Acosta on pit road, and that could be the difference for him. But now he's going to have the challenge of holding off these drivers. Jordan Fisher around the outside, going to hold off Dylan Young. And Fisher is going after Acosta. He had such a run off turn 2. He challenged Acosta, and Acosta's down to third. Fisher in the number 2 car is up into second place, and a caution flag is out. Crash on the front straightaway. A big collision. Luis Hernandez, PJ Williams, Nick Mace are there. And Alex Bianco's there too. Caleb Hoffman, Hayden Klein, a big crash down here on the front straightaway. Gonna take a replay. Alex Bianco 4 wide. Nick Mace there, James Shelley. Sean Harple, no one wanted to lift. And Bianco bounced off the wall, down into Harple, down into Mace. And around they went, down the front straightaway. And PJ Williams tried to avoid it, but couldn't do so. And Doug Lockrow also involved, along with Johnny Gardner, Diego Yepes, Williams. A bunch of cars are going to fall out of the race for this one. But the leaders were still racing back to the start-finish line. Jordan Fisher to the inside of Finguy. Jordan Fisher racing back to the start-finish line is going to take the caution flag and take the lead. I am blown away by how much Fisher Motorsports has stepped up over the year. This year, they have really done a great job. And Jordan Fisher is going to be your leader. Well, coming back to the restart, Jordan Fisher is your race leader, never a winner in the Sony Cup Series. Fisher Motorsports thought they could have had one in the bag at Barber Motorsports Park. And how about the boss of Jordan Fisher leading the field here? They've never won a race in the FBRL, but Jeffrey Fengai, Ryan Acosta, Dylan Young, they haven't won a race this season. They're hungry for a race win. There's Griffin racing with Matthew Rodriguez. There's still John Art to deal with for these leaders. And the leaders further behind. Contact further back. Dylan Schwellenberg is sideways. He's bounced off the wall with somebody. Again, everyone racing so hard with each other. Sanford round the outside. They're about 4 and 5 wide almost. And Schwellenberg runs in the back of Sanford, bounces off of Harpole, bounces off of Davidson, and they keep it straight. Racing for second position, Jeffrey Fengai, Ryan Acosta, 3 wide. Dylan Young's there too. Young trying to get both of them, but Acosta trying to fight back in the middle. Fengai really struggling with his race car here as the run goes on, as he loses 2 positions. Acosta gets that position back. Jordan Fisher trying to get away. Fengai trying to fight back, though. He's trying to get second place back, but here comes Young, here comes Rodriguez. They're so close to each other. Fengai not able to do anything there. Jordan Davis running down Griffin. Davis trying to get 6th place here. What Davis is really wanting to do is just try and get as much points as he can on Weeks. Right now he's got a 2-point gain on Weeks. He's trying to make it 4 with a pass here on Griffin. You can get 1 car between you and the point leader, which is Dejon Weeks. That is 4 points to gain in this race, and finishing that's at least to finish in the top 10. So finishing in the top 10 is so important in this series. And these drivers, a lot of them are here in the top 10. Acosta, Fengai, Young, Griffin, Davis, and Weeks. Those 6 drivers contending for the title are all in the top 8 here as the race winds down, and that just shows you how much competition has gotten here in the series. 6 drivers so close in the championship mix are all so high in the running order, competing as high as they can. So they have been doing a phenomenal job to do what they can to get the most points possible. Bassler going after Weeks now. Davis continuing to work on Griffin, but Rodriguez working the high side, trying to get a run on Dylan Young. But while this all goes on, Jordan Fisher has stretched the lead out to over a 1.5 seconds. They continue to race so hard with each other from 5th on back. Rodriguez trying to block Griffin. Davis going to take advantage, but how about Bassinger digging hard on the inside? They're 3 wide there. Weeks trying to cover off Bassinger, nearly some slight contact. Weeks is going to try and do all he can to get Griffin behind him. Weeks is the lowest of the 6 contenders that are so close in the points, and with Will Lewis out of the race, it's pretty much a 6-horse race in the championship now. Weeks covers off Ryan Griffin, and Griffin can't afford to really lose any points. He's now 30 points trailing. He was 28 coming in this race. Any places ahead, it's just a huge gain. Weeks and Fengai, Costa and Fengai and Young desperately need a run like this. They're 4th, 5th, and 6th in the championship standings. They continue to race so hard with each other at the front. And Acosta digging hard on the outside. Further back, TJ Martin is under fire. He's trying to get that position back from Jesse Turner. He keeps 10th place. Jack Halleck in the 90 underneath of Eric DeMax, and Halleck trying to get 12th place here. He has been so good recently. Bassinger trying to get up more and more positions. The inside of Griffin again. They continue to race so hard with each other. It's just a chess match at this point. But as they continue to race hard for 2nd on back, Jordan Fisher is just stretching his lead. Matthew Rodriguez has been able to get in the inside of Jeffrey Fengai, and it looks like he's going to move up into 3rd place. But Fengai down into the position, and Dejon Weeks, the inside of Jordan Davis. But Davis has the outside line, but with Dylan Young bottoming up, that may be able to help him a little bit. But a car on the apron, Caleb Hoffman's got problems. Thought maybe that was Jordan Fisher. That was very scary for a second. I thought that was the leader. But, oh man! Matthew Rodriguez almost ran over Hayden Klein, who's trying to get out of the way. Jordan Davis manages to get past Dejon Weeks, and he's ahead of Dylan Young now. Fengai gonna put Matthew Rodriguez where he doesn't really want to be. He's behind Johnny Gardner. Rodriguez trying to get out from behind the lap car, but it holds him up enough. And Jordan Davis, the inside of him. Man, the leaders are racing so hard from second down to like 10th place. It's so fun to watch. Davis moving up another position. He continues to race super aggressively with his teammate of Dejon Weeks to do all he can to keep him back. It continues to be a hornet's nest from 2nd through 10th place. Acosta leads that hornet's nest. As you can see, everyone ducking and diving. They're about single file now. His tire wear is on. Jordan Fisher has about a 3-second lead over Ryan Acosta. Look at this. Wow, Matthew Rodriguez trying all he can, but Fenguy digging on the outside line. He's got a heck of a run here on Ryan Acosta. He's going to try and get 2nd place. Jordan Davis has been on a charge. He struggled all weekend, really, but he's got the pace here in the closing laps. Trying to get another top 10 run this afternoon, but he's going to have to try and get around his rivals of Fenguy and Acosta, who look nearly to the inside, but he ducked back behind the 92. Fenguy continues to work on Acosta, but Acosta fends him off. 3 wide down the front straightaway. Weeks crowds Davis. Looking for a position. Look at Bassinger looking almost 4 wide, but Fenguy doesn't need to hit that wall. He's competing here with these guys. Every point matters. And if you're back there where Griffin is, you're losing a handful of points. And with where Fenguy is in the standings, 40 back. Where Griffin is, you'll leave about 60 back. Right now, every point really matters. I'm telling you, these extra points that are in the top 10, these extra 2 bonus points you get finishing in the top 10 per spot, it really means a whole lot. Davis really loosening up the 92, trying to get around Jeffrey Fenguy. Man, they're so close together. This has been where the fun racing has been. Bassinger to the inside of Davis. They're all racing each other so hard. If this was for the lead of the race, the win, the battle for the win would be so incredible. But out front, let's not discount what an afternoon it has been for Fisher Motorsports. With 15 laps to go, Jordan Fisher, if a caution doesn't come out, looks so good to try and get his first Sony Cup Series win. Ryan Acosta has made the dive to pit road here in the closing laps. Like, he may have a problem. And it allows Fenguy to really get away because they had to check up a whole lot. It was a last-minute warning from the field that Acosta had to make the dive to pit road. And if everyone else doesn't have to make the dive to pit road, this could be bad for Acosta in his hopes of a championship. He's going to lose a lot of points. And Acosta is on pit road changing right side tires. And a tough break for Acosta. If everyone else doesn't have to pit, I think he might have cut a tire down. But 4 tires going on the 45 with 10 laps to go. It doesn't seem like anyone's going to have to pit. And Ryan Acosta, what a heartbreak it is for the 45 team. And Acosta right now running in the 27th position. 4 tires on his race car. He's a lap down. And Acosta came in this race 34 points back. Is probably going to leave closer to 60 points back over a race. And what a heartbreak for him. It looked like he was going to close the gap to half a race behind the championship lead. Now, he's going to leave, no doubt, over a full race behind. Jordan Davis is under fire from Jake Bassinger. A little further back, Dylan Young just worked his way around Dejon Weeks. Weeks has failed down to 9th. And Weeks is racing with his teammate there, trying to get that position, but he looks like he has lost some grip. So right now, Weeks would gain 32 points, and Davis would get 44, so that's 12 points gained. And at the moment, Davis is only 5 points behind Dejon Weeks in the championship battle. But we're 4 laps to go, and Jordan Fisher is looking set sail. It looks as though it could possibly be 2 Toyota wins in the last 3 races here. Jordan Fisher, Fisher Motorsports. This is going to be their 162nd start ever as a race team coming to a race weekend and never have... Oh, a caution flag is out! That could be it! That could be it there. Racing back to the start-finish line. Davis is underneath the Fenguy. Not enough. And that's going to be it, I believe. That should be it. And the caution flag is out. And Jordan Fisher should be the race winner. Here it is. Kyle Collins gonna run right up the racetrack, and I don't believe he thought he was clear, but he ran right up in front of James Sorfox, and they kept on going, and that is such a shame that the race is gonna end like that. However, the lead probably wasn't gonna change, and the race is gonna end under yellow flag. Coming to take the white flag now, Jordan Fisher. I'll tell you guys this. I'm gonna run through some facts. White flag is out for the Fisher Motorsports team. Unless something drastic happens, they're the race winner. 2015 through now, they've been competing every race weekend, and they have never won a race. It's been a while. This is their 5th consecutive season. 5 seasons in a row, Fisher Motorsports competing at the top level. And even in the National Series, they have never won a race. Well, the boss of Jordan Fisher, who has never won a race, looks poised to do so tonight. A dominating performance for him. I believe if everyone thought that it was going to happen, it was going to happen with Zachary Fitzwater. This is going to be what the doctor ordered after they came so close to winning at Barber. Fisher Motorsports, are they a front-running team now? Well, Jordan Fisher proved that he is a top driver. As he's going to come off turn 4. Even though it's under yellow, he had pulled up to about an 8-second lead. It's all his tonight, and it's Fisher Motorsports. 162 race weekends in a row, 0 wins. First win of the entire career for that team. And Jordan Fisher's first win ever. Jordan Fisher is the winner, and he gets it done this afternoon. Second place goes to Jeffrey Finguy, and he's going to close in the championship mix. Jordan Davis is going to leave this race only 5 points behind Dejon Weeks. Jake Bassinger gets another top 5 run. Matthew Rigas, another top 5 run for him as well. 5th place, Ryan Griffin cuts into the lead little by little over Dejon Weeks. Jesse Turner, another solid day in 7th. Dylan Young comes home in 8th, but he does gain on the point leader of Dejon Weeks. Weeks finishes in 9th place, and Eric DeMax makes it Martin Rodriguez Motorsports all in the top 10. And how about Jack Halleck just coming up short of a top 10 run? He ties his best finish ever dating back to Road Atlanta in 11th. Roush Family Racing has also made some impressive gains since the summer break. And here they are with a top 15 run in 11th. James Sorfox spun around, had a lot of problems. He comes home in 16th. Will Lewis in 18th, even though he had a crash as well. Some drivers overcoming some stuff in this race. But your winner, it is the number 2 Fisher Motorsports team of Jordan Fisher. Let's get you to our finishing results and standings after round 17.